Real quick before this video starts, I just want to say a massive thank you to Chivo for editing this video. He has edited all of the Beatles solo reactions up to this point, and I greatly appreciate it. You can check out all of my Beatles solo reactions in a playlist at the end of this video. I've reacted to a bunch of Paul McCartney, John Lennon albums, as well as All Things Must Pass by George Harrison. And yeah, with that being said, enjoy the reaction. You know, I've done a solo album from every Beatle. I might as well do Ringo. I can now say after this that I have listened to at least one album from every Beatle. Track 1, Breathless. Catch this ratio. Me on Twitter when someone says something dumb.
Every time I think about you, I never want to live without you.
Did Ringo do drums for this, or is he just doing guitar and vocals? Yeah, he did vocals and drums. You know, one thing that I do have like massive respect for Ringo for is the fact that he's 80 years old. He tours with like a band of like a bunch of like great musicians, and he sings and plays drums at the same time. Singing and playing drums at the same time, right? Singing and playing guitar at the same time, singing and playing piano at the same time, that's one thing. But singing and playing drums at the same time, that's a piss take, right? I have to give respect where respect is due. That man is 80 years old and he's doing that shit. Yeah, their voices, both Ringo and Paul McCartney, their voices have aged really well. Singing and playing bass properly is hard too. McCartney's voice is fucked. I think it sounds okay. Like, he does sound kind of like an old man, but I think it still sounds really nice. Ringo hasn't aged since his 50s. I will say, he doesn't look 80. He looks like he's in his 60s. You know, he tours with, you know, his touring band is Rango Storr and his all-star band, which is like a pretty goofy name. I kind of like it though. He has like a crazy lineup of musicians in that shit. I would like to see him make an album with this band. Who's he got in here? So his current lineup is obviously himself, Steve Lukather, Colin Hay, Edgar Winter, Hamish Stewart, Greg Bissonette, and Warren Ham, with Buck Johnson being in the band sometimes as well. It's a good lineup. You got Steve Lukather in there, you got Greg Bissonette in there. It's a good lineup. Ringo's the oldest Beatle? Really? I thought it was John Lennon. Well, someone's gonna make a dumb fucking joke in the chat. In terms of when they were born, I always thought it was John Lennon. George Harrison is the youngest, right? If I'm not mistaken, because when the band started, he was only 20 and the rest were like 23? I think. I don't know. Anyway, track 1. It's actually off to a pretty solid start. Flat 7. It's a nice, cute enough little country song. Nice vocals from Ringo. Some actually decently cool shit going on with the drums throughout that. Production's pretty solid. 7 out of 10. Wouldn't come back to it though. Top 10 richest musicians. It's going to be Taylor Swift. It's going to be Paul McCartney. Maybe Ringo's in there as well because of Beatles residuals. What else going to be up there? Kanye West probably up there. Living musicians? Drake, probably. Ed Sheeran. No, I'm not looking that up right now. Speaking of look up.
It's a long way down and there's no bottom. Keep your eyes on the skies. Don't look down on the shadow town.
Don't go over. Barbara Streisand, Celine Dion, Julio Iglesias, Beyonce, Dr. Dre, Jimmy Buffett, huh? Interesting, Jimmy Buffett, Springsteen as well, wasn't expecting that. Rihanna, Taylor Swift, Jay-Z. Makes sense. Paul McCartney wasn't on there.
Clouds, look up over the crowds.
Okay, I know there's Beatles residuals, but fucking hell. Look Up is a slightly higher 7. It's another fun track.
Time on my hands, the lessons we learned.
You get a string arrangement, but then you make it like the quietest thing ever. Why? Okay, sure. Sweet enough. Ringo has really crafted some music. Yeah. I don't know. It's just kind of standard country, you know? It's just Ringo making some sweet enough country music. Never Let Me Go. No. I don't think so.
Never let me go. Never let me go. I'll be around. We will make what's tangled come unwound.
Do I like sad shit? Yeah. Same reason I like sad music. I just like anything that can elicit an emotional response from me.
After all, go.
I mean, I don't cry to music often.
When you call my name,
It's not an experience that I have very frequently, but I love it when that happens, because it means that I'm able to actually connect with something on a deeply personal level.
when you look,
I cried to Win Rainbows. I've cried to Win Rainbows countless times. For fuck's sake, I cried to Toxicity. I was listening to Toxicity, and I had like a revelation about my entire life halfway through the album. How? Because the music's incredible. It isn't just lyrics that make me cry. Something can sound so amazing, and I can appreciate it on a level that brings me to tears. Never Let Me Go. This album is just all blending together at this point. It's a collection of okay country songs. Ringo's doing a decent job as a performer. The writing is solid enough. Production's pretty good, but it's nothing all that memorable, you know? Like, I'm gonna forget this album after I'm done with it. Men Shouldn't Cry, It's Not Masculine. Alright. I Live For Your Love. Why does this recommended music video? It looks like an AI generated image of Ringo. Molly Tuttle's backing vocals here are very nice. They actually pair with Ringo's voice really nice. Not Wally Tuttle, Molly Tuttle. She is, I think, just an indie country artist that I'm guessing Ringo just stumbled upon. I Live For My Love is probably the strongest song on the album. Give it like a flat 8. It's actually really pretty. I think that Ringo and Molly's voice paired together perfectly. I think that the writing on that one is actually surprisingly strong as well. I'm finding this album to be okay so far. I'm shocked at how much I've been enjoying this. Come Back. One of the best flat pickers on the planet, yeah? What, is that a style of guitar playing? Flat 7 right now. Sounds about right. I think this album's solid. Come Back. High 6. Decent harmonies, nice backing vocals. Again, just, I don't know, the country sound just gets a little bland at certain points. It kind of feels like a lot of these songs just mesh together. Doesn't really feel like there's too much variety on this album. But it's okay. No, nothing that's been particularly bad about this so far. Can you hear me cool? One thing I do appreciate is how short this album is. If this was like a 50-minute project, I don't think I'd be able to sit through it.
In the morning, when I call your name, I can feel you near. I can feel you. I can feel
This song
you
is probably the weakest so far. It just doesn't really feel like it really does anything. Yeah, feeling like a low 5 on this. Song doesn't really go anywhere. Doesn't feel like it does too much. And also, when Ringo and Molly's vocals are layered on top of each other. They sort of create a nice harmony. But when they're trading lines, I feel like their voices, I don't know. There's just something weird. It feels like you're getting a bit of whiplash going from Ringo's voice to her voice. And I don't know if it's because Ringo sings in a very English accent and she sings in a very American accent. I think that's it. It's just, they sound a little too different when you like pair them side by side instead of having them, you know, the vocals running on top of each other. Up next, we have Rosetta. Tool reference, Rosetta Stone.
Come flashing back to me, burned into my memory, Rosetta. Where you been so long, Rosetta?
What about this song called For a Guitar Solo?
Every time I remember when we held each
Yeah, the album's wearing on me.
hand, we could feel the
It's just whatever, you know? Some decently
stop the clock. We could always crack
decently enough executed? I don't know.
real and raw.
It's doing country in a tasteful enough way,
Rosetta,
but that's about where things to say begin and end. Another mini guitar solo, huh? Yeah, I don't know. The album's losing some of its charm. It just kind of feels like, to be fair, he's 84. I don't give a shit. I'm impressed, you know? Again, like I said earlier, I really respect Ringo for not only still making albums, but touring with a massive band, playing drums and singing at the same time. I respect the hell out of it. But I still have to judge the music fairly. Flat 5. Yeah, I'm just getting a bit stale. Whatever, anyway, down to the final 3 songs. We're almost done with the Ringo.
baby, that's a better than none.
Are all of Ringo's albums country albums?
Hey, baby, do you want some? Yeah,
His last
baby,
album
do you
was
want some?
just listed as pop rock. One before that, pop
Do
rock.
you want some?
All of them were pop rock, and then this one he decided to switch it up and go into country. Sounds like he's singing out of his neck. That is usually where the sound comes from. Yeah, I agree. This song just fucking... It was a slog to get through, man. Oh my god, that song was so slow. It didn't do anything. The closest thing we got to something interesting was like a little piano solo that was honestly pretty mid. A high 4 on that one. Ringo ain't cooking shit with this album, man. Up next we got String Theory.
Everything rings, springs into
This is my first album as a Ringo stan. There you go.
Everything dreams, everything rings.
I can't bring myself to hate this. Look, listen, this shit is adorable, okay? I look at this and I'm like, you know what, this is pretty cute. I can't hate this. I can't bring myself to hate this. I really can. This song is too lovely. Even if it's boring, it's too lovely for me to hate. I'll give it a 5, like a low 5. Alright, final song. Allison Krauss. Oh, damn. Again, this song's too sweet for me to hate. Was Ringo my childhood hero? No. My childhood hero... I don't know, my childhood hero was probably like SpongeBob or some shit like that. Even though SpongeBob turns into like a complete dick as you get past like season 5. That song was too sweet for me to hate. Too cute for me to say was terrible. I think it was well written. I think that Allison Krauss adds a nice sort of contrast to Ringo's vocals here that works pretty well. And also, it's just an overall pretty sweet way to end off the album, saying, you know, thank you to the fans for still being with me, you know, 60 years later. It's a delightful little song, but I'm never going to come back to it. It gets a 6. Okie dokie, ladies and gentlemen, that's the Ringo album. Let's figure out the big number for this shit. I am feeling a 6.1 on this album. Positive score. It is a cute, sweet, fun, nice little country project from Ringo. He's not taking himself too seriously. He's just making very heartwarming, very personal, very introspective songs about aging and looking at the past and asking his fans to never let him go. It's a cute album. I can't hate it. I think it's nice. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think of this album down below in the comments and how it compares to other Beatles solo releases for you. Massive thanks again to Chivo for editing this one. Link to his channel is in the description. Make sure you check out my Discord, my album of the year, my Twitter, and my other channels in the description if you haven't. Like and sub as well if you haven't. We are on our way to 3K. And yeah, I'll see you all whenever I next stream or upload. Bye bye.